Again, we already heard Vsauce tell us that math is not science because we invented it. In math, we decide what's true. Numbers are not even things. They aren't concrete.
At a small coffee shop in Fort Collins, a group meets every Tuesday at 6 to talk in the Lovecraft room.
That we know is Earth.
The blue marble,
Yeah.
the one that
The one on your phone?
TV, everything.
Samantha Peters, like the other members of this group, is a biblical flat earther.
I'm not saying that one has to believe in flat earth to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, but it's been tremendous for me.
The purpose of the flat earth movement has become more than a joke that popular culture has made it seem to be. To these individuals, flat earth is more like a society that strives to expose the hidden truths of the world that they believe were meant to keep control of the population and, most importantly, away from God.
God is real. Satan is real. The fallen angels are real. The Nephilim were real, and they're gonna come back.
Many have found that in the traditional education system that teaches the solar system and evolution, that it is simply not true and directly opposes biblical scripture.
Everything I've learned myself, and from working with other people. What I learned in school was all BS. I'm a friggin' mechanic. If I can't hold it in my hand, if I can't touch it, I don't believe in it.
However, despite the growing number of flat earthers, members from the science community, like Dr. Doug Duncan, former director of Fisk Planetarium, aren't too concerned with the pace of the movement.
You see, the Greeks already knew that the Earth was round. One Greek named Eratosthenes even figured out a way to measure the circumference of the Earth. So if you think the Earth is flat, you're 2,000 years behind the Greeks.
Duncan describes confirmation bias, the tendency to interpret information that confirms one's beliefs, as one of the biggest reasons there has been a lack of trust in science. But it is the only way to test theories correctly.
Science is a way of trying not to fool yourself. But science forces you to do experiments under controlled conditions and write down what happened and report all the data, and that tends to minimize bias.
God in connection to flat earth has been the only thing that has ever made sense to them. But in accepting these beliefs, it has led to many members of this group to lose relationships with their friends and family.
My family doesn't believe me. My kids don't believe me. I just kind of feel sad for people who aren't willing to take the time to look into it, because I think they're missing out on something big.
Deborah Whitehead, an associate professor of religious studies at CU, points out that Bible earthers form a community that serves as a replacement for ministry in their own peculiar way.
When I look at these accounts of the flat earthers, it looks like they're finding the community after they come to the realization. They're kind of again coming to this change of perception through viewing YouTube videos or talking to others, and then finding the community sort of out of that experience, and perhaps out of some of the criticism and isolation that they've encountered as a result of that experience.
The group, despite public stigma and backlash, are set in their faith and movement and have found peace in who they are.
I can't make anybody believe in flat earth. They're going to have to look at it themselves and make, at some point, a faith-based judgment.
Bible earthers, while more unknown, exist and are just normal people with a different point of view. Jessica Cha, News Corp.
Now here's Vernon.